Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the game show where Swaguar is going to try to win 1,000,000 runestones by climbing the ladder of increasingly more difficult questions without answering any incorrectly. The catch? I have 3 other contestants on the standby, so you'll have to stick around to see if he wins it all, or if we have to move on to the others to see if they have what it takes. For 100. Hearthstone's classic mode was recently replaced by a mode called what? A twist, B remix, C Hearthstone 2, D rotate.
That would be a twist.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
They're strict about that on the show. You always gotta ask.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't want to miss up when you're fighting for $1 million.
What is twist?
Oh yeah, what is twist? Combine all the game shows.
Yeah.
Twist is correct.
Woohoo!
Questions will get progressively harder. For 200, which of the following is not a tribe in Battlegrounds? A dragon, B undead, C naga, or D totem?
Not a tribe yet. That would be D totem. Final answer.
That is correct. One of the first Battlegrounds questions on the channel.
Nice.
When today you'll have to test your knowledge on all of the Hearthstone modes, so...
Oh no. GG, it's over.
For 300, which set featured the first banned arena cards? A. Whispers of the Old Gods, B. Promo, C. Naxxramas, or D. Goblins vs. Gnomes?
Promo? I haven't heard of promo. So if I haven't heard of it, it must be some serious stuff, you know?
This may be a good time to remind you that there are lifelines in this game.
Oh, what are my lifelines?
In the game, contestants get 3 single-use lifelines. The first is 50-50, where 2 of the 4 options get removed to help them narrow it down. The second is phone a friend, where you can get another person to help you figure out the answer. The final and generally strongest of the lifelines is ask the audience, where you can get an entire group to help you figure out the answer.
I want to say, I'm going to say goblins versus gnomes. I'm just going to random it. On 300, we're going to random it on 300.
With all your lifelines, you're just ripping it, huh?
I'm just ripping it.
Is that your final answer?
It is my final answer.
That's incorrect.
Rip.
That is so sad. It's the promo set.
It's the promo set.
Yeah.
All right, what is the promo set?
Goblin, Mechatork, ETC, the first one.
Man, okay. I don't know. I expected easy ones for like the first 5.
Next up is Trustis, who also made quick work with the first question.
Missed the opportunity for Hearthstone 2 Electric Boogaloo, but the answer is A, twist.
The answer is in fact a twist. He also made quick work with the second.
I mean, as much as I wish it was totem, the answer is D, totem.
Now, let's see if he can make it further than Swaguar.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is tough. I don't even know what promo is.
I will confirm it's a real set. It's not a troll.
I'm just going to have to go 50-50 here on the $300 question.
Okay.
I don't want to lose
This
here.
is where you're supposed to be like, I'm leaning toward this and this, and then I can like cut off the one you're leaning to. That's.
I mean, I'm leaning toward Whispers, but
all right.
like it seems like Naxxramas is too early, but there was probably something that was Giga Broken in there, maybe.
We'll do that.
The fact that I don't even know what I mean,
Promos.
it can't be Naxxramas, right? I mean, I guess that was the first expansion, so there had to be something in there that was just Giga Broken, and they didn't foresee that happening. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go Nax. Final answer.
Oh, unfortunate.
No.
It's promo. Yeah, this apparently should have been higher up. Bummer. I was assuming that because promo was like the odd one out, maybe it'd be easier, but now.
Yeah, that's true.
Now's a good time to mention that if none of these 4 contestants manage to successfully win it all, I will let them team up with a fresh set of lifelines for one final try. So be sure to stick around to see if one of the 2 final contestants wins it all, or if they even manage to do it as a group. Our next contestant is Itachi.
I will 50-50 it because I don't want to lose on question 3.
Alright.
Aha. Okay. I think I know what it is, and I'm gonna say promo final answer.
That is correct. Why they banned Goblin, Mechatork, and ETC and Arena? I don't know. What
ETC is what I was thinking about. Okay.
For 500. This set is the largest set in the game, containing a total of 425 cards. A core, B legacy, C March of the Lich King, or D classic.
I feel like it's not March. It's not core. That's too small. So those 2 are out.
The manual 50-50.
So, yeah. So it's classic and it's legacy. I don't quite remember what legacy entails anymore.
If you did,
but
this would be an easy 50-50 for you.
Yeah, right. Even if it were 20 cards per class in classic, that would be 20 times 9, which would be 180. And there's definitely not nearly 300 neutrals. So I'm gonna say legacy final answer.
Legacy final answer. All right, you are correct. The legacy set is classic and basic cards.
I thought that was correct. Okay.
My personal favorite question. For 1,000, Zul'jin's flavor text, "If you can dodge an axe, you can dodge a ball," is a reference to a scene in the sports comedy film A. Gym Teacher the movie, B, Who's Your Caddy? C, Battlefield Baseball? Or D, Dodgeball?
I'm gonna go with D, dodgeball. Final answer.
Dodgeball is correct.
Love that.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What? Any other questions?
For 2000, for new expansions, Hearthstone historically allows new cards to be played early in Arena and Duels. Which expansion was the first to feature a sneak peek? A, Goblins vs. Gnomes, B, Whispers of the Old Gods, C, Forged in the Barrens, and D, Madness at the Darkmoon Fair?
That definitely wasn't GVG. I'm pretty certain of that. I also don't think it was Whispers. I think it was Forged. Gee, how sure am I? Not very. But we're talking about duels. So it definitely can't be Goblins and Whispers.
Technically, the sneak peek just had to be in one of the two.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I would like to phone a friend.
Alrighty. Oh, that's your friend.
What's up? How we doing, boys?
Itachi is competing in Hearthstone Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
That sounds very exciting.
So I'll give you the question. So it is for new expansions. Hearthstone historically allows new cards to be played early in Arena and Duels. Which expansion was the first to feature such a sneak peek?
Well, so this question is really tricky because duels didn't exist for most of these, but Goblins vs. Gnomes was very famous for the first expansion where, hey, go play Arena, and then the cards were just there. It was unannounced, unexpected, and they were just in the arena. So if that is what the question is going for, then that Goblins vs. Gnomes is 100% the correct answer. But the and duels is the tricksy Jordan is getting.
It's or duels. I don't need to mislead you with the terminology in this question.
Then I will trust Ridiculous Hat and say Goblins versus Gnomes. Final answer.
It's a good thing you called a friend, because you were going to go with any of the other three. That is correct.
Thanks, Hat.
What a save the day.
You're welcome. And I hope you all enjoyed watching the Twist preview stream yesterday. Really appreciate all the streamers that were a part of it. And appreciate you calling me on here, representing Hearthstone. Glad you're making this content.
Yeah, I hope you get home safe.
Thank you. Hope you get home safe, Hat.
Thanks, boys. All right, see y'all soon.
Yep.
See you, buddy.
Well, that was crazy. Alongside runestones, the Chinese Hearthstone server has another form of in-game currency, known as what? Rune orbs? Hearth orbs? Arcane orbs? Or blue orbs?
I believe that Chinese has arcane orbs. I'm pretty certain of that one. So see arcane orbs. Final answer.
Final answer. Lock it in. And you are correct. Well done.
I have such random knowledge.
8,000! Diablo is a warrior hero that players can choose in duels. Which of these names is not a name of one of Diablo's 3 available hero powers? Doom Charge, Primal Power, Demonic Transformation, or Burning Rage?
All right. Question. Is this like, is it all or nothing? Or can I just be like, I'm going to say that I stopped at 8K and I got that far. And then the next person can just do their thing. Just curious. I'm certain I'll lose my way out.
Yeah, you don't have confidence in this question?
Nope, not in the slightest. I knew that whenever duels questions would come up, I would definitely be using Lifeline. So I am going to group it up.
Yeah, you might as well use the group before you walk, right? And then if you don't trust the group, you can walk.
Yeah, for sure.
Itachi chooses a Discord server for his Lifeline, and it didn't take long to see some answers.
Burning Rage, they all sound like a Diablo hero power.
You're basically just complimenting my ability to make up something that sounds like a hero power. From
Yeah,
Diablo,
that's
right?
exactly what I'm doing. That's it.
One of these is definitely sounds like it, but not intentionally.
100%. It's Burning Rage that I trust Azalea. I'm gonna go with that. Burning Rage. Final answer.
That uses up the final of your lifelines, but keeps you in the game because that is correct.
Sick. Lifeline's doing all the heavy lifting here.
Don't worry, no more duels. There's this other game mode called Mercenaries. For 16,000. When you open Mercenaries, you're able to head into a few different locations, such as the Fighting Pit or Campfire. What is the name of the location where player accesses single-player PvE content? A. Merchant Cart, B. Tavern, C. Travel Point, or D. Workshop?
Okay, so there is a merchant cart. I'm fairly certain. Tavern sounds like a very Hearthstone-y thing. Hearthstone is a very tavern-y game. Mercenaries is like traveling based. How many times have I played Mercenaries for like a week? When Zyrella and Samuro were like super good. And
Oh,
then-
yeah, you'd use the OP Urella to make your Samurai attack closer than Fury.
Yeah.
I played that week too.
Never again after that. So what were you doing when you were doing PvE? You were definitely moving up a ladder type system where you would fight a boss and then you would move forward and you would fight another boss. So was it actually the travel point? That name just doesn't sound familiar. Travel point sounds like a farce. Like that doesn't even sound like two words that would go together in the game. But merchant cart doesn't sound right either for what you're actually doing, because you get to the end and then you face the final boss. So I'm gonna say tavern. Final answer.
The correct answer is travel point.
Oh.
I was like debating internally if I should give you a hint. I was like, how badly do I want him to keep playing? Like, not technically supposed to, but I was like, oh, please get there.
Punishment for not playing Mercenaries.
Time for our final contestant, Chewie. Chewie had no trouble early. Well, besides having to use his 50-50 lifeline to get past that pesky 300 question.
Okay, let's take a 50-50 on this
All
one.
right, I've removed 2 answers.
Okay, let's go with the promo then.
That is correct, yes. I don't want to bore you with repeat questions, so we'll skip ahead to the next lifeline that Chewie had to use on the 2000 question.
I actually don't have any memory of when these started to happen. I think I need to use the group here, actually.
All right. Conveniently for him, he chose a Discord that former contestant Itachi happened to be in. Itachi answered in Discord.
I'm gonna go with his answer then. Goblin versus Gnomes.
That is correct. It is Goblins versus Gnomes. Other than that, though, it was smooth sailing, and he continued the trend of each contestant doing better than the last, getting through the question that stopped Itachi.
I know this one. This one. I've actually played Mercenaries when it came
played?
out.
Well, let's go. That should help tremendously.
It is C, travel point.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
And he got it right. Well done. Let's see if he can go all the way. 32,000. I am a Murloc. An uncollectible card features the same art as which Battlegrounds minion? A. King Begurgle. B. Salt Scale Honcho. C. Plagued Tidewalker. Or D. Young Murkai.
Okay, so I know which card this is. The minion from Battlegrounds is the Battle Cry and Death Rattle minion. It's not Salsky Honcho, I know that, and it's not Plague Tidewalker. So it's either Young Murkai or King Bagurgle. Young Murkai, I think, is the new 6 mana tier 6 minion, but I'm not entirely sure. But I also don't want to use the friend on this because I feel like this is a 50-50 and I'm gonna take it. So I'm saying King Bagurgle.
You're locking in King Begurgle?
I'm locking in King Bagurgle. Hey.
Alright. King Begurgle is correct.
Fantastic.
You knew the card, you just didn't know the name. It would have been really tragic if you got it wrong without you didn't know the name. For 64,000. The last Kaleidosaur card art features which League of Explorers character? Brann, Reno, Elise, or Finley?
Finley is on the making mummies for sure.
Ooh, this guy's got info.
So I doubt that he was in on 2. I mean, the thing with quests, like you play them so fast in the beginning, like you don't care about
Yeah,
all
I'm
the
just realizing that now. It's gonna really take a long look at him ever.
If I remember correctly, the last Kaleidosaur, it has the dinosaur in the foreground, and in the background there's like a cliff, and then there's one character on the cliff, and I'm 100% sure it's not Finley. I think it's a tall one silhouette, so it can't be Brann because he's a dwarf, and Reno is like, I don't think Reno is actually on like any, like Reno has never been on any Paladin cards or like have been involved with Paladin stuff ever, so I think I have to go with Elise.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer. Elise and Cope.
Coping his way, risking it all for 64,000. Thankfully for you, your copium supply did not run out because you are correct.
Thank God.
Well done. For 125,000, you have just 5 more questions. 4 more. You just 4 more questions until you've won it all. Sulphurus, the legendary weapon, is used as a reward for Fireplume's heart. It also appears in the card art for what TGT minion? A. Lowly Squire. B. Dragonhawk Rider. C. Lights Champion. Or D. Masters of Ceremonies.
It's 100% not the Rider, I think. Rider was like a dude on Dragonhawk, and I'm like 80-70% sure he was wearing a lance. So I'm gonna take him out. Lowly Squire, 1 mana 1/2, wearing a backpack and having a lance in his right hand. I don't remember what he had in his left hand, but maybe he was holding his backpack strap or something. So I'm saying it's not him.
All right.
I remember most of Ceremonies being she's holding an instrument of some sort. I actually played this card in like in a ladder deck once.
Wow.
It wasn't a good day. It wasn't a good take, but I played it.
No.
I'm not confident in this, but I like champion.
Light champion, yeah.
Yeah, again, it's a 50-50, and I highly doubt that the Squire would have Sulfurous and like one-handing it, because it's a two-hander in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine any lowly squire would be formidable enough to hold a legendary weapon in any of their hands. Yeah,
I
you've,
guess. Yeah.
Which means you are, of course, correct. It is Light's champion, which is a card I've heard of, surely.
I have to add, it's so weird that he's wielding Sulfurous when his effect is so weak, but I'm not gonna dig into that.
You have climbed the ladder successfully up to the 250,000 runestone question. Just 3 to go. Celemental shares its artwork and voice lines with what Rumble Run minion? A. Water Spirit. B. Razzler Dazzler. C. Elemental Pool. Or D. Astral Drop.
Actually included single player content.
Yes, I did.
That's so funny.
This is the first Battlegrounds minion that is based on a Rumble Run minion that has a different name from the original, which makes it trivia worthy, I reckon.
It's been so long since I played Rumble Run. Maybe I'm stupid here, but I still won't use my last lifeline because I feel like I might need it on like the second to last or last question. World of Warcraft is sometimes very specific in what they are naming their elementals, and I know for a fact that water spirits in World of Warcraft, at least in Pandaria, looked exactly like this elemental does. And that is all I have to go on. So after WoW, World of Warcraft knowledge, and the knowledge that Hearthstone graphic artist likes to like make sense with what they draw, I want to go with a water spirit.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
That is correct. As soon as you said water spirits in World of Warcraft look exactly like Celemental, I was like, well, surely he doesn't throw this now. You were just 2 questions away from being the winner of this Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Hearthstone edition. You'll have this $500,000 question, and then a chance at the $1 million question. You still have your friend lifeline available for $500,000. The current gold cap in the game is 999,999. There is a related warning that pops up at what gold amount? 997,999, 989,999, 994,999, or D, 949,999.
You want to know something funny?
What? Yeah, I really do.
I know this one, and there's one reason I know this one. I googled the gold cap yesterday because I have a lot of gold on one of my servers, and I want to know if I were about to reach the cap. It's a 997,999.
Yeah, yes it is. Wow. Well, this could be quite the epic end, one way or another, to this video. You have 1 lifeline left. You have successfully gotten 14 questions right. You have 1 lifeline remaining and 1 chance to get the final 15th question for 1 million.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am sweating, but yes.
For 1 million. Which 2 League of Explorers cards were accidentally made available to players 2 to 3 days ahead of the release of the rest of the adventure? A. Explorer's Hat, Forgotten Torch. B. Ancient Shade, Dark Peddler. C. Unearthed Raptor, Keeper of Uldaman. Or D. Anything Can Happen, Entomb. Bit of a deep cut here.
Yeah, I played during this time, and I have a vague memory of this as well. But ooh, I can use my last lifeline, right?
You can use it, yes.
Okay, so I will use my last lifeline and call a friend.
Naturally. Who we calling?
We're calling Sensei 6.
Alright.
Hello, Sensei.
Hello.
We're on the last question.
6, yes. Your friend here is competing in Hearthstone Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he is on the $1 million question and using his Ask a Friend lifeline. So the stakes are quite high.
Okay.
I'll let you read the question to him, Chewie, and you guys can discuss amongst yourself and let me know when you have an answer.
Okay, so the question for 1 million is, which 2 League of Explorers cards were accidentally made available to players 2 to 3 days ahead of the release of the rest of the adventure?
Okay, so I do remember that when you bought League of Explorers, this is so long ago, that you got some cards without even playing, and I'm like 90% sure that Explorer's Hat was one of those, but I think you were supposed to get that. I'm not sure if it was an accident. The other option is if one of the adventure chapters released too early, right? I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I would go for the Explorer's Hat.
You will go for Explorer's Hats.
Yes, but I'm not sure if it was intended that you would get them before it launched or not. But maybe it was, because I don't think they would have changed the amount of cards in the adventure, right? Like they would have had to redistribute like the card pools very late for that to happen. So you have like no clue, right?
No, not really. I don't remember.
I mean, it could be that they just allowed you to buy it like a bit earlier. But the one thing I'm sure about this is that Explorer's Hat, you got that when you bought like the adventure.
Okay.
And then like the rest, I don't remember the card pools, like because the legendaries are removed from these. And
Yes.
that's like the only thing I had like a bit of an idea of, like what cards come from each chapter.
Okay.
So I don't even know if these are like the cards that came from the same chapters. I couldn't tell you, not anymore. But I think pairing Dark Shade or Ancient Shade and Dark Peddler makes sense. Unearthed Raptor, Keeper of Uldaman, maybe. But I might be looking too much into it. So yeah, unless we're going Explorer's Hat here, it's basically a gamble from my point of view.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any other ideas actually, since I barely remember it myself. It makes sense what you're saying, so I think we're going with that.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
For 1 million. They are guessing Explorer's Hat and Forgotten Torch. And they're right.
Let's go.
Done.
Easy clap, dude. I got you,
So,
man.
you know,
I got you.
your memory is nuts.
The
Congratulations.
Explorer's
Chewie.
Hat memory got you there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, thank God I saved your lifeline.
Yeah, and thank goodness I saved you for last contestant. Huh?
True, good call.
You went first. There would have been alright, video over. How many full collections do you think a million runestones is?
I don't want to think about that.
It's got to be so many full collections.